Hello. Welcome to the Sky Sea channel, which always discusses everything about the sea. This time we will get to know more about the Atlantic Ocean, one of the largest and most important oceans in the world. What can we find there? What are the history, culture, or fascinating facts about the sailing routes that cross the Atlantic Ocean? What are the beauty, wonders, or natural phenomena that might only happen when sailing in the Atlantic Ocean? What are the influences, benefits, or contributions of the famous sailing routes for trade, tourism, or international relations between countries around the Atlantic Ocean? What are the environmental problems, threats, or challenges faced by the Atlantic Ocean or the famous sailing routes due to climate change, pollution, or other human activities? What are the legends, myths, or folktales that relate to the Atlantic Ocean or the famous sailing routes? And what are the facts and captivating events related to the Atlantic Ocean? If you are curious about the answers to these questions, then don't miss this video until it's finished. The Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world after the Pacific Ocean, with an area of about 106 million square kilometers or 20% of the Earth's surface. The Atlantic Ocean is divided into two parts, the North Atlantic Ocean and the South Atlantic Ocean, which are separated by the equatorial countercurrent at 8 degrees north latitude. The name Atlantic Ocean comes from the Titan Atlas in ancient Greek mythology, who held up the sky on his shoulders. Did you know that the Atlantic Ocean has many famous sailing routes that have been used since ancient times until modern times? Some examples are: first, transatlantic sailing route. This route connects Europe and America across the Atlantic Ocean. This route has been used since the discovery of America by Christopher Columbus in 1492 and witnessed many historical events in the world, such as the trade of African slaves to America from 16th to 19th centuries, which reached about 12 million people. The sinking of Titanic in 1912, which killed more than 1,500 people. First human landing on Moon by Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin in 1969, which was broadcast live to all over world. First transatlantic telegraph cable connection in 1858, which enabled communication between continents in minutes. Second, Magellan's sailing route. This route is named after Ferdinand Magellan or Magellan, a Portuguese explorer, who sailed for Spain in 1519. This route is first route that successfully circumnavigated world from west across Atlantic and Pacific Oceans to Asia and proved that Earth is round and opened up Pacific Ocean for new exploration and trade. Unfortunately, Magellan himself did not complete this journey because he was killed in a tribal war on Mactan Island, Philippines in 1521. His position was replaced by Juan Sebastian del Cano, who managed to bring back fleet to Spain and became first circumnavigator of world. Third, triangular sailing route. This route is a triangular trade route that involved three continents, Europe, Africa, and America from 16th to 19th centuries. Triangular sailing route consisted of three segments. From Europe to Africa, carrying manufactured goods such as textiles, firearms, and alcohol. From Africa to America, carrying African slaves who were sold as laborers on plantations. And from America to Europe, carrying agricultural products such as sugar, tobacco, and cotton. This route was very profitable for European traders but very detrimental for African and American people who became victims of exploitation and oppression. The Atlantic Ocean has many beauty, wonders, and natural phenomena that you might not find anywhere else. Some examples are Sargasso Sea. This sea is the only sea in the world that has no coast, but is surrounded by ocean currents. This sea is located in the middle of the North Atlantic Ocean and is named after the sargassum seaweed that floats on its surface. Mid-Atlantic Ridge. This ridge is the longest underwater mountain range in the world that stretches for more than 16,000 kilometers from Iceland to Antarctica. This ridge divides the seabed into two unimaginable large plains and also a divergent tectonic plate zone, where continental plates move away from each other and form volcanic rifts. Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis or northern lights are natural phenomena that occur when electrically charged particles from solar wind collide with air molecules in Earth's atmosphere. These phenomena produce colorful lights that move in the night sky like curtains or blankets. These phenomena are usually seen in polar regions of North or South, but sometimes they can also be seen in mid-latitude regions such as North Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean has great impacts, benefits, and contributions for trade, tourism, or international relations between countries around the Atlantic Ocean. Some examples are: the Atlantic Ocean is the main trade route between Europe and America and between Europe and Africa, and also connects global markets such as North America, South America, Western Europe, West Africa, and South Africa. According to World Bank, the value of goods trade between countries around the Atlantic Ocean reached about $3 trillion in 2019. The Atlantic Ocean is also an important natural resource for its coastal countries, such as oil, gas, fish, salt, and sand. According to BP's Statistical Review of World Energy 2020, the Atlantic Ocean accounted for about 40% of world oil production and about 30% of world gas production in 2019. The Atlantic Ocean offers many amazing and diverse tourist destinations for its visitors. Some examples are beautiful beaches in Caribbean, Florida, Brazil, and Spain. Exotic islands such as Bermuda, Bahamas, Canary Islands, and Madeira. Historic cities such as Lisbon, London, New York, and Rio de Janeiro. And national parks and nature reserves such as Everglades, Pantanal, Serengeti, and Kilimanjaro. According to World Tourism Organization, regions around the Atlantic Ocean received about 1 billion international tourist arrivals in 2019. The Atlantic Ocean also offers various fun and challenging tourist activities such as swimming, diving, surfing, sailing, fishing, whale watching, and seeing aurora borealis. The Atlantic Ocean is an important arena for international relations between countries around it. The Atlantic Ocean is the place where political and military alliances such as North Atlantic Treaty Organization, European Union, Mercado Común del Sur, and African Union were formed. The Atlantic Ocean is also the place where major conflicts such as World War I and II, Cold War, Falkland-Malvinas War, and Cuban Crisis occurred. The Atlantic Ocean faces many environmental problems, threats, and challenges due to climate change, pollution, or other human activities. Some examples are: first, climate change triggers an increase in sea surface temperature and acidification of the Atlantic Ocean. This has a negative impact on marine life such as coral reefs, plankton, small fish, and marine mammals. According to National Geographic, about 40% of plankton in the Atlantic Ocean have disappeared since 1950 due to global warming. According to International Union for Conservation of Nature, about 25% of small fish and about 30% of marine mammals in the Atlantic Ocean are endangered due to climate change and overfishing. Second, pollution is the contamination of seawater by harmful substances that come from human activities such as industrial, agricultural, urban, or nuclear waste disposal, oil or chemical spills, or plastic trash. Pollution can damage marine ecosystems and threaten human health who consume contaminated seafood. According to United Nations Environment Program, UNEP, about 80% of marine pollution comes from land and about 8 million tons of plastic waste enter the sea every year. Third, other human activities that can harm the Atlantic Ocean are overfishing and habitat destruction by coastal development, reclamation, mining, and conflicts between coastal or non-coastal countries regarding territorial claims, resources, or strategic interests in the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean has many legends, myths, and folktales that relate to the Atlantic Ocean or the famous sailing routes. Some examples are Atlantis, Bermuda Triangle, and Flying Dutchman. Maybe in the next video we will discuss the legends that exist in the Atlantic Ocean. Well, those are some things that we can know about the Atlantic Ocean. I hope this video is useful and adds to your knowledge about the Atlantic Ocean. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss other spectacular videos. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.